What do you want to know? Tell me what do you want to know?
Okay, so we're here with Coach Yusoff, the judge for the Physique Competition that just happened in December. So we just finished the Physique Competition, so we wanted to find out more. Pro, best person to ask is the judge themselves. So let's get on with it. What's the difference between bodybuilding competitions and physique competitions?
The difference is in terms of training, in terms of, I would say, posing, right? Bodybuilding, we have 7 compulsory poses, where physique, we have only 4. But the training wise is about the same. The hardship that you put in, the discipline in terms of your food, right? Your consistency in the gym, all this is about the same.
I mean, what we saw that day, honestly speaking, that they're not as big as what you bodybuilding competition is, right?
Yes, bodybuilding is, first thing, size matter. Whereas physique wise, how much definition you can bring out, how much lines you can bring out. Right? So that is the difference. Most people think bodybuilding is always the biggest guy on the stage. Whereas physique guys, the sharpest guys, or I would say the guys with the best definition, the best proportion is in physique.
So it's got to do with muscle tone and how lean you are.
Yes, the leanness is more in physique.
How long does it take to prepare for such a competition?
If they are really serious, take a year, at least a year. To prepare for a competition.
Serious?
Yeah, when a beginner come and tell me I want to prepare for competition in 3-6 months time, I say no, not possible. Yes, a year of hard training to be the sharpest, to be the biggest. Yes, a year to prepare yourself.
A year to bulk up.
Yeah, you have a certain month to bulk up. You have a certain month to shape up.
So it really takes.
Yes, I will say yes.
Planning and
if you look at the physique of the guy, okay, this guy is big on the bulky side, so I need him to start trimming down maybe 6 months before competition. If he's on the skinny side, I need him to bulk up maybe for 6 months before competition before I can shape him up. So you have to look at that guy physique first, where he is at.
Okay, so the training commitment is really quite high. I mean,
It's very high.
Do they have to come in like 3, 4, 5 times a week, or is it?
We don't advise every day, but as long as you can commit yourself 5 to 6 times a day, a week, that will be good. Right. But don't come every day and without any rest, without any sleep, you think you can grow further. No, you can't.
It's a overtraining.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like 5 to 6
times a week. Yes.
For a whole year.
Yes.
Roughly how many hours would that be like? Every session will be what?
At least 1.5 to 2 hours. You calculate that, and yes.
So most of the guys at the competition would have been doing that for about a year, almost a year.
Some even have been training for about 3 to 5 years. Yes. They are not, because they are not ready for competition yet. So after about 5 years, let's say minimum 3 years, a coach will approach them. I would say, you're ready for competition. Do you want to go try? Okay.
Really? This sort of thing, the coaches actually look out.
Yes, we will. We go around asking. We can tell who's ready and who's not. Sometimes, yes. We approach them, we advise, hey, you are lacking on this area. Train it more. Right?
So during competition, what are the procedures? What do the competitors have to do pre or during the competition itself?
On the competition day itself? On the competition day itself is the most, I would say, exhausting. Right? The preparation of what to eat on that day. Right? That is the toughest, because on that particular day, if your any form of water is not enough, too much salt on one day before, you will end up screwing all your lines out. Yes, one day before competition is the most crucial.
So sensitive.
Yes, very sensitive. You overload on a certain type of food, too much salt, you find your lines is gone. You overload on your certain type of carbo, you look bloated on that day.
Really?
Yes, so we need to take a look at their genetic first. Yes, it's very the science of competition is tough.
What
Yes.
they eat is
Yes,
as important.
you have to prepare on that day for that day. Yes. So one day before competition make a lot of difference.
So you need to make sure they eat
Correctly, the timing of the food intake matters.
Timing also.
Yes, lack of water, sometimes they cut down too much water to look as lean, as dry as possible, they end up cramping on the stage.
Then on competition itself, during or on the stage, what happens? Do they come? How do you group them? Do they come in batch or?
Usually an hour before competition, we just brief them on what to do, put them aside, do an hour of your own warm-up. Alright? Then once you're done, coloring time, right? Spray tan, whatever you need to do, that's it. You are prepared for that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when they go out, do they go out like the weight class and they go out the weight class together?
If the contest is a very big one, you have to separate the weight category. If it's a small contest, sad to say everybody big or small on the same stage. Sometimes we have to see how well they are. Sometimes they are good, right? We can see. Sometimes they are, I would say both of them are quite alike. We have to call out, give us your best shot. Both of you do the same thing, and from there we catch on.
Are there any rules to the competition? Because
Rules-wise, not really. As long as you come in, the dress code is for physique is 3/4 pants.
Okay.
For bodybuilding is posing trunk, they call it, or somehow they call it a swimming trunk. Yes, right? And that's the difference. That's all. Yeah. And please go in well tan, or just spray it nicely. Nowadays, most of us just spray tan.
because that brings out the muscle tone.
Yes, nicer. Yes. You don't want to go in looking pale.
Are there many such competitions in Singapore?
At the moment, it's coming up. Since COVID time, not. But since this year, more and more coming up, right? Before COVID, it was only bodybuilding. You hardly hear of physique or classic. Now lately, there's classic bodybuilding.
What's classic?
Classic is a bit in between physique and bodybuilding. You don't go too big, but classic is something in between, which a lot of people appreciate. Compared to bodybuilding, they are just huge and big. But classic, you have to have the symmetrical line.
I suppose physique would be slightly easier to prepare for than bodybuilding.
Yeah, bodybuilding is size matters, as I said. Yeah. The eating part, that is the easy part is the training. The eating part is the hardest part. Most people don't believe this.
Really?
Yeah, you come into the gym, you train 1 hour, 2 hours, it's over. But it's the next 12 hours, 24 hours is what you eat to keep your muscle grow. Yeah.
So I understand that to put on and to bulk, constantly eat, never stop eating.
Never stop eating, yes. That's why the 5 meals a day, 6 meals a day, some people have to put in.
So
Wow.
so at the gym it's just as hard, but outside of the gym
It's even more harder.
you hardcore training to eat them.
To
eat correctly.
Yes, to know what to eat, when to eat.
Are there many female competitions or competitors?
In terms of bodybuilding, there is still not many women bodybuilders. Women, they prefer the physique type. There is the bikini type, which is more for modeling, and then there is the physique, which is also not much of a bodybuilding, but it's in between.
All those still fall under like the physique competition.
Yes.
So they will still have the basic muscle tone and the leanness.
The same thing as the guys, yes.
But just maybe not as bulky lah.
For female, yes, they will choose it. Most ladies, they don't want to be in the bodybuilding category. Yes.
Yes. So let's just talk about like normal humans, right?
Okay.
That's just normal between me and whoever else is in the gym, right? To want to maybe bulk up to that stage where you are able to compete in a physique competition. Is it safe in the sense that would you get a lot of injuries? Would you face like eating problems? Because I mean, we're training, eating. I mean, that's the cycle. Right?
I got it. Yeah. For me, the important part is to have a coach. A coach will know whether you're overtraining, whether you are doing too much too soon, alright, whether you're not eating enough. Have somebody to look after you, to guide you from the beginning to the end. Right? Sometimes you don't even know. Every day you come in, you tend to do the same body part again and again just because it's not growing. That you can't tell. Then a coach said, you've been training too much too often on that particular area. Let it grow, let it rest. So get somebody who have the experience to guide you.
Rest, rest is just as important.
And how much rest again? Yes. Too much rest, you know you will end up losing it. A lot of people overlook the training part. They think in the gym they grow. But no, it's the when you rest is where you grow, not in the gym.
Would you say this would be an expensive sport to take part in?
I would say yes.
How? Like,
in terms of food. Okay, membership. In terms of membership is cheap, right? Any gym that you can go is cheap, but it's feeding yourself. That is expensive, my friend. Eating 3 meals is okay, but eating 5 meals, 6 meals,
and they're not small meals, they're
full meal, and plus your supplement. Supplement are not cheap, right? Although this sport, I would say you spend more time exercising, sleeping. I would call it anti-social sport, right? No nightlife, so you don't spend money on going out drinking, right? But the eating part, that is the expensive part. And what do you get at the end of it? That is the sad part. In Asia, every competition, you're a trophy. You might spend maybe 1,000, 2,000 a month preparing it.
Wow.
Yeah, just buying that supplement, buying that food, but you get a trophy that's worth $20, $30. That's it.
So you have to be...
I have to prepare them. This is what you're going to get. A title, that's all. But in terms of financial, no. If you're good, really good, you might have 1 or 2 sponsors. That's it.
You need to be prepared
to spend a lot.
But also to win just for personal satisfaction.
And that is one thing. People who are in the competition, they want to see where they stand. I have been training for 3 years, I've been training for 5 years. Am I good enough? Yeah, go in. See where you are. From there you can improve whether you want to go further, which is to a bodybuilding stage, or maybe you want to come back better next year. You will know yourself how hard training is.
So generally you will be training for physique, then after physique will be, what's the other one?
Classic physique.
Classic physique, then after that you
bodybuilding. Yes, bodybuilding, as I said, that is the toughest of the lot. The amount of food that you eat.
But I think also what a lot of people don't realize is it is what it says is bodybuilding.
You have to build your body.
You are spending time and effort building the muscle,
yes,
and that physique and the shape that you want.
True.
That
yes.
is one of the things I think people don't understand about.
They thought just going to the gym,
yeah,
and it's over.
Yeah.
By the time they go home, it's over. They forget about the feeding part. Then they come back to you, coach, I've been training for 1 year. I make 1-2 kilo progress in terms of muscle mass. What have you not been doing? Have you been eating 5 meals a day? Oh, I can afford only 2 meals. That's it. They know themselves. They don't have the time. This is the advice I give to a beginner who said, I want to be a bodybuilder. Are you willing to spend money? Do you have the money? Right? I'm not putting you. I'm not discouraging you from entering a contest.
Thank you very much, Coach Yusoff, for taking the time to talk to us.
I hope this talk doesn't put those who want to be a bodybuilder, please. If you are not able to do it big, go medium. Alright? Good. That's right.
I think the good thing is that whoever is interested in doing this needs just to be aware that
yes, it is not an easy sport.
It's not easy. I mean, all good things don't come easy.
Yes.
It's not just about training, it's everything around it as well. You need to be able to dedicate the time, to, like it or not, be ready to spend money to eat, and you spend money to eat properly.
True.
And all those things that come with training. I think that might be biggest takeaway for anybody who hasn't done this before and is thinking about doing something like this.
Yes. But the outcome, you will love it.
Yeah.
Once your body start developing it, whether you're contest ready or not, you will love what you have developed. Once you start seeing your physique, yes, you will not want to give it up. Right? So please, I would like to advise all the young ones. Once you start, don't stop.
Yes.
Right? Any sport that you do,
Yeah.
go all the way.
Right. Thank you.
Welcome, Jesse. Right?